Do you believe that a car can become a character in a movie in its own right, just from how much it elevates a film or a franchise? From car chases or just cars that look so good on screen they become unforgettable, these movies have some pretty good plots with some damn good looking cars in them too. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys like this video. Now let's jump right in. Number 1. American Graffiti. Set in the early 1960s, this coming-of-age film directed by George Lucas captures the car culture of young people, featuring iconic cars and also a tasty soundtrack. The movie follows a group of teenagers on their last summer night before heading off to college, cruising the streets in their cars and grappling with the uncertainty of adulthood. Now, what I think makes this film so iconic is its nostalgic portrayal of American car culture from the era of hot rods and also rock and roll. Each car in the film, from John Milner's Yellow Deuce Coupe to Terry the Toad's 1958 Chevy Impala, ends up becoming a symbol of freedom and rebellion in their own way. And I think it's just a must-see for any car lover out there if you guys haven't seen it yet. Number 2. Bullitt. Now in this film, Steve McQueen stars as a tough San Francisco cop, famous for its legendary car chase that redefined action sequences in cinema. In it, he tries to unravel a conspiracy while driving a 1968 Ford Mustang GT. The iconic chase, lasting over like 10 minutes actually, is celebrated for its realism and intensity, with McQueen doing much of the driving himself. This sequence not only set a new standard for cinematic car chases, but also elevated the Mustang to a pretty badass status. Now, beyond the whole chase scene and stuff, Bullitt gets a lot of praise for its portrayal of police work and McQueen's performance, leaving its mark on car movies that defined an era of automotive cinema. Number 3. The Italian Job. The Italian Job is a British heist film with the plot centering around Charlie Croker, played by Michael Caine, and his crew of thieves planning to steal gold bullion from the streets of Turin. Now, in my opinion, the stars of the film are a fleet of Mini Coopers which are used in the getaway plan. The car chase ends up going through narrow streets, tunnels, and the rooftops of Turin, Italy, and is actually one of my favorites on this list just because of how cool the shots are within these scenes. Beyond its thrilling action though, the film does offer some pretty witty dialogue and fun characters, and of course the appeal of the Mini Cooper, which is why I have it actually on this list. Number 4. Vanishing Point. This cult classic tells the story of a former cop tasked with delivering a white Dodge Challenger all the way from Colorado to San Francisco. The film explores themes of freedom, rebellion, and existentialism as Kowalski evades law enforcement and confronts his own demons. In a way, the Challenger becomes a metaphor for Kowalski's quest for meaning and escape from societal constraints. Directed by Richard Sarafian, the film has been celebrated for its sparse dialogue, cool desert landscapes, and a powerful performance by Barry Newman as Kowalski. I think it can be said that since the Challenger is a muscle car, it ends up sort of foreshadowing the main character's will and strength as well. It's a classic movie, and if any of you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. Number 5. Gone in 60 Seconds. This is an instant classic, so how can I not put it in this video? Revolving around a group of car thieves led by Mandrian Pace, they're basically tasked with stealing 48 cars within a short time frame. And what makes this film so cool is that it does have a 40-minute chase scene with a customized 1973 Ford Mustang known as Eleanor. This chase, filled with high-speed maneuvers and spectacular crashes, I think showcases Eleanor's capabilities and ends up helping to cement the Mustang's status even more as a true automotive icon. And as a fun fact, it was directed and produced by Halicki, who also performed many of the stunts himself in it as well. Number 6. Smokey and the Bandit. Starring Burt Reynolds as a charming bandit and featuring a black Pontiac Trans Am as his iconic ride, the plot centers around Bandit's mission to transport a truckload of illegal beer across state lines while evading law enforcement. It's a good film and features that cool kind of 70s era of car culture in my opinion. Now, as a car lover, would I go so far as to say that the Trans Am also helped to solidify Reynolds' status as a leading man in Hollywood? Hell yeah, I would. Smokey and the Bandit, ladies and gentlemen, super good movie. Awesome cars, awesome action. Highly recommend. Number 7, The Cannonball Run. What do you get when you put Burt Reynolds and Roger Moore in a film that follows various teams racing across America in sports cars, all the way to ambulance rigs? Well, you basically get this movie. The Cannonball Run captures all the absurdity of the race, with each team navigating challenges and rivalries while evading the feds. It's a good 80s movie that's got so much car mayhem in it that I thought you all would appreciate it by being in here. So yeah, the craziness of this film with all the cars and stuff definitely deserves it being in this film, like I said. Number 8, Christine. Guys, I have a horror film for you in this video. So this movie actually is based on Stephen King's novel. This horror film features basically a possessed Plymouth Fury that wreaks havoc on its owner and basically everyone around him. The car, named Christine, develops a sinister personality and begins targeting those who threaten its owner, Arnie Cunningham. As the movie goes on, the car's influence of Arnie gets stronger, and also the Fury's ability to self-repair and exact vengeance on its enemies kind of adds to the movie's eerie vibe. Number 9, Days of Thunder. What kind of video would this be without the legendary Tom Cruise? Directed by Tony Scott and starring Cruise as the hotshot race car driver Cole Trickle, Days of Thunder delves into the high-stakes world of NASCAR racing. The film explores Trickle's journey from a newcomer to a skilled racer as he overcomes personal and professional challenges both on and off the track. Number 10, The Fast and Furious. Probably my favorite film on this list, and because of that, I had to put it at the very end. This film has got so much, guys. It's got a sick cast with Paul Walker as Connor O'Brien. It's got Vin Diesel, and it's also got Michelle Rodriguez. It's basically a movie about an LA cop that essentially has to decide his loyalty when he gets sent in to destroy the underground racing world, but ends up falling in love with it. In it, he drives a lime green 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse, which is just so sick. But there are also some other cool cars in there too as well. It's got a 1995 Nissan Skyline GTR R33. It's got a 1970 Dodge Charger RT. This one's driven by Vin Diesel. And also a 94 Toyota Supra, which is just so clean. So yeah, this movie, guys, it's completely awesome. I absolutely adore the franchise. And yeah, rest in peace, Paul Walker, though. That was really sad. But anyways, hope you guys like this movie. Thank you guys for watching.